mérito da Associação de Futebol. Aqui em Malária, o Clube Futebol da Lima e Cristiano Ronaldo apresentam o troféu de campeões da Europa!
Here at the end of a delightful spring day is the Estadio do Marítimo, still known here as Estadio dos Barreiros in Funchal on the island of Madeira off the southwest of Portugal. And here you see the two teams going through your screen, both off the back of good wins at the weekend. Portugal beat Hungary 3-0 in Lisbon, but they have picked an almost entirely different side. Of course, there'd be a major outcry had Cristiano Ronaldo not started on his home turf. The other 10 all changes. Cristiano Ronaldo lifted it for them, but that now of course is all in. Martins, Cancelo's cross, Cancelo. Silva is offside. Who is really Coutinho, busily away from Klaassen, feeding Ronaldo, who can torment the fullback. Bounced off Seb Larsson, came to Renato Sanchez, who had a bump, and it was always fading wide. Came to Renato Sanchez, who had a bump, and it was always fading wide. First vigorous involvement for Cristiano Ronaldo. Sweet push and run from Eliseu. Just asked too much of Bernardo Silva. Both sides starting the game purposefully. Portugal just couldn't take it from Nyman. And Nyman has fed Klaassen. And Klaassen teed it up for the in-dashing Sam Larsson, who didn't get over his shot. And saw it fly high. Here's Nyman. There's a lot of space for Victor Klaassen. And Klaassen's got a shot away, and Marifona has clung on to it. And if their front foot football is put, he's denied access to the byline by Nicholas Holt. And Holt wins the decision. Nicked in for Ronaldo, aimed up towards Renato Sanchez. It's come all the way through to Eliseu. Nyman. He's going to pop, but without too much force. Still to score, winning his 8th cap tonight. Christopher Nyman still to score for the Ronaldo. Cancelo, Coutinho. Seb Larsson was wary and touched it behind for a corner. Touched off by Ronaldo. Shifted out by Kraft. Bruno Alves goes in bullishly, as is his wont. He felt the full force of that. Kraft. Seb Larsson. Klaassen. Whipped into the near post. Nyman attacks it. By Martins, Ronaldo makes himself back at home. It's what Madeira showed up for. A goal from one of their own, the one of their own. Cristiano Ronaldo was obliged to score tonight, and so indeed he has, for his family, for his extended family. On his island, his goal. Laid on for him by Gelson Martins, and he was not going to pass up that moment. Landa. Held by Nyman. Shifted forward by Sam Larsson and lifted him beyond Taylin. Struck high by Victor Claassen, who indicates his approval of the delivery. Taylin, it's a really good ball. Crafts onto it, and his pass for Nyman was ideal. Nyman's finish wasn't. Centre forward couldn't have asked for a whole lot more than that. Kraft had made up. And back to Moutinho, in for Bernardo Silva. Nervously away by Hult. Back in for Ronaldo! Keepers applied a fingertip. It's actually a very good save by Jonsson. As they were climbing off their seats again. It was strong. It's only a partial clearance, and it was hoisted to the Swedish assault. Keeper chose not to come. So he didn't know how to do his business for him. So Sanchez taken on by Cristiano Ronaldo, who stumbles under challenge from Seb Larsson and gets himself a free kick on halfway. Running by Moutinho, dropped by the keeper, Bruno Alves slashed at it. Moutinho, Neto competed for it, Elanda got rid of it, and Seb Larsson carries it out of harm's way. Cancelo's going outside of him. Ronaldo here is inside of him. Ronaldo. Gelson Martins. Goalkeeper's lost it. It's gone in off Granqvist. And Portugal are 2 to the good. Not a thing of great beauty, but it has been coming for Portugal, who've played the more eye-catching football, who've moved the ball with deftness, and who ended up here getting a rather fortunate Celo. Gelson Martins, snatched away by Elanda, otherwise Ronaldo was ready to do his stuff again. Of Sunderland Football Club, heading out by Eliseu, helped on its way by Ronaldo, moved on by Bernardo Silva, and taken up at pace by Gelson Martins. Just too heavy for Ronaldo in the first instance, though he can keep it alive and earn the throw for himself. Moutinho's corner. Pretty much just as Madeira dreamt it. Certainly just as their favourite son had dreamt it, Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, no surprise that there has been a flurry of changes at... Clearance wasn't good for Portugal. And there was a genuine threat momentary there from Nyman. Withdrawn. I can now tell you. Sebastian Larsson. It required Marafona to go plunging and making a decent block. Well, if your proof would come off. Ronaldo. There's Yarasu over the roof of the net. Pizzi, ended up Ronaldo, goalkeepers come crashing out, centre halves thumping into each other, a degree of defensive carnage, and they just about got away with it. Cristiano Ronaldo. Nyman in the middle. Taylin's hits. Repelled by Marafona. Nyman! And swept in for Sweden by Victor Claesson. And that makes a game of it. In a flash, Portugal undone by the counter. Marafona repelled it as best he could. Nyman kept it alive. His pass was ideally weighted. And Claesson arrived late from midfield to score just his second international goal. And with that, the fairy tale element is over. Notwithstanding the concession of the goal, this would have been a plan. Here comes Sweden again, and Claesson again. Now follow behind it. Back by Renato Sanchez with Quaresma up ahead of him here. Ricardo Quaresma. It was extravagant and somewhat wayward from a player who hasn't scored internationally since his... Claessen's done very well and he's hung up a cross. Thundering diagonal from Sanchez for Quaresma, shaped in by Quaresma, between Adair and goal. Two delightful touches from Quaresma here. One to welcome in the Sanchez diagonal, the other to Celo. That's beautifully done. Quaresma's through and met as he penetrated the penalty area by Elanda. Mats. Lustig from fullback. Durmats. Claesson hoiked it wide. May have got a deflection. Durmats had a go at it. Claesson did make. Nyman for Claesson. Jimmy Durmats with the corner. Whipped to Claesson! He's nicked it in and Sweden are level! It's a really smart finish from a near prohibitive angle. Marafona may feel it is an angle he should have had covered. Nevertheless, that little Swedish enclave of support has plenty to cheer. 2 goals on the night now, 2 second-half goals for Victor Claesson. And didn't he do well to get a stud on that? But here's Quaresma again. Aim towards Adair. What a... they started really here with 8 minutes to play. Adair. Pizzi. Smashed away only as far as Semedo. There's been a collision inside the penalty area. Quaresma. Quaresma's crossed too much for Adair and flicked away and behind. And across in front of the corner flag for a throw. Claesson. I remember this night fondly. Claessen's cross. Taylin couldn't quite get there. Having scored 2, run. Adair. Carvalho flowing forward now, the Portuguese. Last throw of the dice. Cancelo. Pizzi. Claesson. That's lovely, and Holt is round the back now for Sweden. Holt's ball in, it's bounced in, and Sweden have won it, courtesy of a Cancelo own goal inside the last 20 seconds of stoppage time. It is a quite extraordinary turnaround. A team that trailed by 2 to an own goal after barely half an hour has come from that deficit to win 3-2 by an own goal right at the death. Falls flat. It was the last meaningful touch of the game. A terribly anticlimactic end from a Portuguese point of view to an otherwise